Welcome to the BELATED Tech Channel's 80th edition and second year of the Space and Tech Rewind. We are reviewing the milestones that occurred on each day in the week of December 20th through December 26th in space exploration, science, and technology. December 20th, 1907. The first U.S. scientist to receive the Nobel Prize was Albert Michelson on this date. Michelson was a German-born American physicist who received the Nobel Prize for physics for his optical precision instruments and the spectroscopic and metrological investigations. He designed a highly accurate interferometer and used it to accurately measure the speed of light and establish it as a fundamental constant. In 1887, with Edward Morley, he also used it in an attempt to measure the velocity of the Earth through the ether. He was not successful, but his experiments later led Albert Einstein to his theory of relativity. In 1892, he measured the standard meter bar in Paris to be 1,553,163.5 wavelengths of the red cadmium line. We covered the length of the meter in Milestones 29, available to subscribers, and we covered Alfred Nobel and his prizes in Milestones 147 and Milestones 151. December 21st, 1872, the British warship HMS Challenger sailed from Portsmouth, England on the first expedition organized and funded for a specific scientific purpose on this date. Previous shipboard scientific scholarship, such as Charles Darwin's studies as part of the crew of the HMS Beagle between 1831 and 1836, was incidental to the mission. The Challenger's mission was to examine the deep sea floor and investigate specific questions about the ocean environment. 2 years earlier, at the urging of Wyville Thomson, the professor of natural history at Edinburgh University, the Royal Society requested the British government to provide a ship for global ocean exploration. The corvette HMS Challenger, a steam-assisted, three-masted, square-rigged wooden sailing vessel, was chosen, and was refitted by removing cannon and installing laboratories, dredging equipment, and additional storage space. The expedition returned to Spithead on May 24th of 1876. 50 volumes of reports were eventually written on the activities and observations of the expedition. December 22nd, 1938. A coelacanth, a primitive fish thought extinct, was caught on this date. Marjorie Courtenay Latimer was curator of the museum in the port town of East London, northeast of Cape Town, South Africa, and was always interested in seeing unusual specimens. Hendrik Goosen, captain of the trawler Nerine, called her to see his catch of the day before, made at about 230 feet depth, off the Chilumna River southwest of East London. When Courtenay Latimer arrived, she spotted an unusual 5-foot fish in his trash fish pile. It was a pale mauve blue with iridescent silver markings. She sent a sketch to Dr. J.L.B. Smith, a senior lecturer in chemistry from Rhodes University in Grahamstown, who identified the specimen. Its discovery 66 million years after its supposed extinction makes the coelacanth the best-known example of a Lazarus taxon, an evolutionary line that seems to have disappeared from the fossil record, only to reappear much later. The coelacanth has since been found live in the Indian Ocean and off the coast of South Africa. The bony fish, the oldest known living lineage of lobe-finned fish thought to be the ancestors of amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals, is considered to be bad tasting by humans, and as such is not caught except by accident. Adults live for as long as 100 years, and the fish has few predators. Because its habitat is 300 to 1,600 feet in depth, little is known about the species and the size of its population across all varieties. Enjoying our content? We issue new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe so you stay current. Subscribing is free, and we encourage you to browse our 350-plus video library, where you can find more milestone installments for every day of the year, as well as tech documentary segments, current events in space exploration, science, and technology, gameplay recordings, reviews of tools and equipment, and reviews of small electronics and appliances. Each video is tagged with an alphanumeric identifier in the title, so searches for particular segments are quick and easy. December 23, 1970. The construction of the World Trade Center in New York City reached 1,353 feet in height, its highest point on this date. The center was a complex of 7 buildings, including twin 110-story, 728-foot towers with 9 million square feet of office space. The towers, designed by architect Minoru Yamasaki, used a steel frame with glass curtain walls. Observation decks at the top of the towers gave a view of 45 miles. The building had 3 vertical zones served by express elevators to sky lobbies at the 41st and 74th floors and local elevators within those 3 zones. The Twin Towers were the highest skyscrapers in the world until surpassed by the Sears Tower in Chicago in 1974. On September 11, 2001, Saudi Arabian Islamic terrorists hijacked 2 jetliners and crashed them into each of the Twin Towers, which collapsed as a result of the terrible damage, killing more than 3,000 people. The collapse of the towers destroyed all of the buildings in the World Trade Center, and the entire complex had to be rebuilt. One super skyscraper, the 94-story, 1,776-foot Freedom Tower, was built to replace the North Tower. The South Tower is to be replaced by an 84-floor super skyscraper, the completion of which has been halted until the economy recovers from the pandemic and New York City office conditions improve. December 24th, 1912. Irving Fisher, a Yale professor, patented an archiving system with index cards on this date. Fisher earned about $1 million for the invention, which grew to the princely sum of $9 million before being lost in the stock market crash of 1929. Nevertheless, Fisher's invention would result in one of the largest information technology outsourcing firms in the world. On July 1, 1925, Fisher's firm, created to market his invention, the Index Visible Company, merged with its principal competitor to form Cardex Rand Company, later Remington Rand, and still later Sperry Rand. The company changed its name to Unisys after merging with Burroughs in 1986. We previously covered Burroughs in Milestones 119, Episode 17, and Episode 31A. Fisher is probably better known for his economic theories, similar to those of Keynesian theory, the economic school that advocates the use of interest rates to control demand and money supply. He also was an ardent vegan, prohibitionist, and eugenicist, enthusiasms in addition to his advocacy of surgical psychiatry that have not aged well in the 21st century. Fisher died in 1947. He was 80. Have you agreed with our choices, or do you think there are other events in space and tech history that were better? Go ahead and share with us by dropping a comment below. If you have suggestions for other space and tech milestones, let us know. We'll credit milestones we pick for future videos to those viewers that post them. And don't forget to click the bell notification icon so you don't miss upcoming videos. December 25th, 597. The English Kingdom of Kent adopted the Julian calendar on this date. The event was coincident with the arrival of Roman missionaries, including St. Augustine, who succeeded in the conversion of King Ethelbert, then the ruling Kentish monarch, to Christianity. From there, Christianity and the Julian calendar spread throughout all the kingdoms in the British Isles. In the year 46 BC, Julius Caesar reformed the Roman calendar, changing the number of days in the months to achieve a 365-day year. To keep the seasons aligned with the Julian calendar, Caesar added a leap day every 4 years to make a 366-day leap year. We have previously covered the Gregorian calendar in Milestones 123, the French Republican calendar in Milestones 129, and the Julian calendar in Rome Revisited 1. Look for the Rome Revisited series in our companion Roman Legionary channel. December 26, 1898, Polish-French scientist Marie Curie discovered element 88 while experimenting with pitchblende, a common uranium ore. She dubbed the new element radium. Curie had observed that the ore was inexplicably more radioactive than refined uranium. This indicated that there must be another element, even more radioactive than uranium, element 92, mixed in with the ore. During the years between 1899 and 1902, Marie Curie dissolved, filtered, and repeatedly crystallized nearly 3 tons of pitchblende to yield merely 0.1 grams of radium. Nevertheless, this was enough for spectroscopic examination and to determine the exact atomic weight of the new element. Curie's discovery, along with the element polonium, element 94, earned her a second Nobel Prize in 1911. She shared the 1903 Nobel Prize with husband Pierre and French physicist Henri Becquerel for their discovery of radioactivity. The effects of radiation on human physiology were poorly understood at the time, and Curie worked without any protection. Despite this, she lived another 32 years after her discovery, finally succumbing to aplastic anemia believed to have been contracted from her long-term exposure to radiation. Curie and Pierre, who had died in 1906 in a traffic accident, were both interred in lead-lined coffins due to the radioactivity emitting from the remains. We've covered other radioactive elements on this channel. For example, check out milestone 72 for plutonium, element 94, and milestones 119 for darmstadtium, element 110. On December 8, 2021, the New York Post revealed that over 200 U.S. newspapers were suing Facebook and Google for destroying their advertising revenue stream by allegedly stifling competition. The lawsuits are being filed on behalf of some 30 different companies that publish all over the United States. Google said in response, in a statement to the Post, quote, "These claims are just wrong. The online advertising space is crowded and competitive, and our ad tech fees are lower than reported industry averages, and publishers keep the vast majority of revenue earned when using our products." For those viewers that don't remember or were born after 1995, newspapers before the internet age were sustained by local advertising and classified ads. The free exchange of information on the internet and the introduction of digital media essentially destroyed the newspaper business model, bankrupting many and forcing the survivors to reduce or eliminate hard copy printing, raise paywalls, and convert to a digital media model. The result has been a less than gentile industry, if that is the proper adjective, that is reliant on clickbait and sensationalism and has eschewed the neutral reporting of the news. Do the newspapers have a case? And even if there was such a case, will the incredible political clout of tech giants like Google and Facebook allow for online advertising reform? We have yet to find any industry experts who think so. And if the newspapers win their case, will the genie that is digital media be squeezed back into his bottle? We'll keep you posted. We hope you enjoyed this 80th episode of Belated Tech Space and Tech Rewind. If so, click that like button. Once again, don't forget to subscribe, or just stay in touch by following us on our microblogging accounts, which are listed below, the community feed for this channel, our Instagram feed, and our Minds page. We announce all new videos and post some unique content on those outlets. And if you prefer an alternative video distribution source, consider visiting our channel on Rumble. Thanks for watching.